afternoon. Renee Ewert here with Stampin' Up, Independent Demonstrator. I've got some information for you today about the blends and the writes, and how right now you can buy, until June 2nd, you can buy a singular blend. And after that, you're going to have to buy both blends, the dark and the light. What I found out, and I'm going to show you here, you can use the blends and the writes together. And matter of fact, if you look right here, can you tell which ones are a mixture of blend and write, and which one is the two blends? I don't think you can. I think they are very much alike, and so right now you could buy the light, because if you have the right, you have the dark. So the only one that I have here that uses two blends is the Rococo Rose, and that was on this card. All right? So on this card, you can see the Rococo blends working. When you look at the blue here, what I used was a blend and a write. So here you use a light blend with a dark write. So for $4.50, if you have the writes, you just buy a light blend. After January 2nd, you won't have that option, and the only option you will have is to buy them as a pair. I am really happy with the outcome. I am not a great colorist. I'm sure other people could do a much better job, but as far as the job that I do, you can tell here that the blends and a blend and write work pretty much the same. Both of these right here in my right hand, okay, with the crumb cake and the flirty flamingo, are a blend and a write. The blend is the light, the write is the dark. Isn't that pretty with that flirty flamingo? All right, so I did that with the leaves as well. So here I have a pair with the balmy blue. Here I have the green granny apple. Here I have the petal pink. And here I have the crumb cake. And I used all these colors. Oh, and here's the flirty flamingo. Here's the flirty flamingo. And here you go. I had the total full container of the writes. And so I am slowly gaining in my blends category. And soon I will have even more. And so, but I only have to buy one versus both of them. So I only pay $4.50 versus $9. So I used the Flowering Foils paper that was in the Celebrations catalog. And for this card and for the next one that I'm going to use, I did go ahead and use the Rococo Rose stock, all right? And Rococo Rose ink. I used the embellishments from the Peaceful Poppies sequence. I love these sequins. They're very, very handy, and they have little flowers for the little sequence. They end up looking like flowers. They're wonderful. Of course, bird ballad here is where our birds come from. I did use the ribbon here, as you can see. The ribbon is the petal pink ribbon, which is the, it's called, what is it called? Metallic edge ribbon. It's the petal pink with the gold, which I absolutely love. Of course, I had the 2 1/4 circle punch and punched that out. And I used the April 2019 distinctive floral stamp to do the background on this one. And this uses that balmy blue, and then that uses both of those Rococo Rose blends. So I'm going to show you how I do this with another card, and I'm going to use the petal pink and the flirty flamingo and some other items that I'm going to put together. And I did make a flower with the crumb cake. I'm going to show you right now how the green works, and so how you would do this. I mean, it's fairly simple. You go ahead and color in first the light blend. That's what I do. It doesn't mean that I don't go back either. I do go back typically. And then what I do is I simply take the right now and go over the veins here. And there you go. Now I could go ahead and do some more coloring if I want on the edges, if I want to. That's up to the individual, however you like to do that. And then what I most of the time do is I go quickly over with my blend, my light blend, to finish that off. And there you go, and then it'll dry and it'll look beautiful. And I do that with each of my blends, just like with the, I'll go ahead and do the Flirty Flamingo. That comes out really well also, so you can see it better. Here's a Flirty Flamingo, and what I do simply is I just color in everything first. I just color it in. And then once it's going to be colored in, trying to go fast here for you. And I think this is a great find, because for me, I had bought that entire box of rights, and I did not, I do like having the colors available since I'm pretty avid in stamping. As you see again here, I'm just going through the veins, and I am going to do the center here on this one, on that foil. Now you can go ahead and do whatever you think you like as far as, shading. It really is up to you and how much you want to shade. But again, after I'm done, I usually go ahead and just go over that all, making sure that I got that all. I don't think it actually messes with it at all, but it just kind of brings everything back out. And I did do a crumb cake right here, as you can see right there. So that's all you have to do, all right? So I find that these really work well, and I'm very happy with how they turn out, all right? So you can go ahead right now and go crazy with the one blend. So this is my next card. So you saw my first one already, right? And so this is my next one that I'm going to build for you. And I had already colored these in with the petal pink and the Flirty Flamingo and the green. The Granny Apple green for the right is the dark, and the blend is the light. I did a crumb cake one. I found that very nice. I am using the delicate lace, I'm using the delicate lace die here, a piece of it, and I'm using this lovely punch that came in the kit with all the labels. It is sold out now. And I am using as a background another flowering foil, and I'm going to use my ribbon as well again. So basically all I'm going to do this, of course I have an insert for my card, all right, and so basically what I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this down. This is the glue I use. Whoops. And you just don't want to go too much all over. And so you can hear maybe my little puppy. I just got a puppy, but I wanted to distract myself from these difficult times in our life, to give to something that I could give to. I love my crafting, but I felt like I needed to give to a living being something more directly. I love doing this, but still. Okay, now I could go ahead and do this, and then this, and then put the little tag down and put my lace in. That I think does work. And then I would put this down also. I'll show you how I do that. And I could put that down, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to fancy it up just a little bit more, and I'm going to put this other piece down. Okay? So, put that piece down, glue that piece down, and just like the rest, I never go quite to the edge because I move the edges around a lot. So I want to make sure that, yep, that's good. And then what I'm going to do, what I find works real well with this, and this is going to go right at the bottom. This is just going to go at the bottom. Fine. I actually take the double-sided tape, and I found that this works really well. Oops, I see I was having a little difficulty. Matter of fact, I'm going to take my board, my silicone surface here so that I don't have to worry about it getting sticky everywhere. I found that this was really great. I didn't expect this to work as well as it did. I'm going to take my scissors here and cut this little end off that I see. Like that, and then I'm going to put this down right about here and here, and put it straight down. Yeah, like that. Hoppa. I actually think I do want to cut it so that I'm going to cut this right here at the edge, put it down, and then right here at the edge, and put it down so that it's just on the white. See? So that's much nicer. Then that stuck very nicely. So then what I'm going to do, the flowers are going to go straight on. They're going to link up like this. Yeah, that was that way. Pretty sure I did it something like that. That's going to go right on top. It's going to go to the left a little bit, as you can see here. Then what this is going to do, that's not quite as straight as I would like. Just great that I can lift this. There you go. There you go. That's straighter, I think. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I'm just going to put those pieces together. Turn that over. Put that in there. I'm going to do it this way because then it's pieced together the way I want it. Glue everything. I am not putting it on dimensionals. I'm just gluing it down directly on the paper. Making sure that it fits where I want it to fit. Like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. That's it. And bring that down a little bit. Yep. Bring that up a little bit. Sorry, I was getting away from you. Bring that down, bring that up. Yep. There you go. That goes there. Yep. That's perfect. This lace right here is going to go, this delicate lace is going to go right here underneath. I'm going to glue the top of that in. Just a little dab of glue will do ya. Yep, I got it. Put it right to the edge, put it right in there, and there you go. There you go with that. There it is. I'm gonna bring that down a little bit, that over, yep. Then I am going to stamp my sentiment, if I can find my piece. I don't know if I didn't just, there it is. So here I'm going to stamp my sentiment with the Rococo Rose. I'm going to take this right here, put that down, take my Rococo Rose. Now this stamp is going to be from the Full of Happiness. You always brighten my day. So we're gonna just do that. Put that in there. So there goes that. I'll wipe that off. All right. And what I do like to do is I like to take the pad and use it just on the edge, as you can see here. It really does a nice effect like a sponge. I did get this in, I don't know if it was the February paper pumpkin. I do get paper pumpkins. And I love using this like you would use a sponge. So you just kind of do the edges, gives it some dimension. And then I will use some dimensionals, which I do have. And I will turn that all over. And I'll put a bunch of dimensionals on there. I put more than I really needed, but that's okay. I put 4 in there. Sometimes the dimensionals, these dimensionals are a little faulty. These did come with the paper pumpkin as well, and the whole glue thing came off. When you took that piece off, the sticky came off with it. So, yeah, and so the sticky's actually on here. You'll see the sticky's right on there. So what I'm gonna do is, that's all right, I shall survive this also by simply gluing it, which is just fine. When something like that happens, like this one, it was the only set I've ever had that did that, but it definitely was faulty. I go ahead and just glue those spots to go ahead and make my dimensional spot. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it right here, right to that edge. You can see, I don't know why I get out of that frame, I'm so sorry. I take that right to that edge, take it to the edge of that paper, and I'm gonna just put it right here, right there is where I want it. So dab it down, simply brighten my day. And of course we have this one right here, that's from the dimensional. And so then what I'm going to do here is simply glue this on right in here. Perfect. I'm always running out of space now. That's the new interesting phenomenon that's happening to me. I'm moving all around. So there you go there, and there you go there. And what we can do is we can go ahead and take some sequins, the poppy sequin, the red and the gold here. Now here's a gold one. We can take, the clear one's not gonna work. So what I will do is I will take a gold one and put one right here. That's where I'd like it. And then I can take really a little black one right there. Then I can take a red one. You see here, these are little flowers. They are so sweet. A little red one and put him right here. And do I want the black? I don't think I want the black. I probably would go for a light pink here, which would work out just fine, which I could put right there, which is really nice. Glue dots, like you always do, you take your glue dot off here. Then I pick up my little embellishment and put them right down. And hope that the green doesn't, there you go. And so I do it again, take off, pull up, there you go. I think that worked. Right there, right there, and then one more. Let's go to the end. Again, probably this one's from the paper pumpkin. When you buy the roll, which I do also have, it really is wonderful, the roll of glue dots. They're fabulous. Then you go ahead and you put that right down there, and there you go. I think that one's on. So there you go. There's a lovely card. And there you go. And of course you can decorate the inside if you like, but very simple, very easy, very lovely. So here are the two cards that I made with the blend and write mixture. This was more about using the blend and write and telling you about that information than actually making the cards. But it shows you how that works out really very, very nicely. So you saw the two cards, and if you go below to the description, I'll go ahead and give you the link to my blog and give you the link to my store. So if you are interested in buying those blends one at a time, I'll link that site for the blends so that you can go ahead and buy the light one at a time versus having to buy the pair if you have the rights. It's just, to me, oops, that did not stick as well as I had hoped. There you go, it will. There you go. Yeah, that glue takes a while. The blue glue takes a little bit of time, and especially if it's on a dimensional, it takes a little extra time. But there you go. Happy crafting, and goodbye, and have a great day.